Hello everybody, welcome back, Space Engineers. Okay, so here we go, we're going to continue with this project. So again, I'm just away for a little few days, but I'll get your feedback on all this when I get back. And we're dealing with stations, so we have the freedom of splitting things apart without much risk. So yeah, we're going to kind of create a gun, and we might be able to make use of the same kind of thing we did at the very top of the grav shaft. Where we have those gravity generators facing inwards. So, like, we could potentially, let's see, again, this thing's just going to end up using more gravity. We might not have to have them on full blast. I want to play around up there, see how much gravity actually takes for it to, like, ricochet. But we could have a gravity basically here, facing inwards as well. So, ores could still fly out this way. But then if they get into this, like, beam, so to speak, then they should bounce off the wall, and they should stay more focused, I think. So we'd have less stuff kind of overshooting and maybe landing over here and then getting stuck like it is right there. Hopefully, maybe. And we could still try to make use of that pulsing system too. So we could turn off the whole laser beam and pull in for a bit and then collect a whole bunch and push out. I think with the pulsing, we will end up, because it's going to be a steady flow of ores that's coming. So if we pulse it off for a bit, see, I'm talking and I can't work. If we pulse it off for a bit, then those ores, there's always going to be ores moving towards the grav ball. So if we turn off the gravity, they'll keep going. So unless they hit this thing, they might overshoot. So that's kind of what I'm hoping we can do with this, is make it so it won't overshoot. So I want to create like fins. I don't think the fin should be in the middle, because the gravity gen's going to be in the middle. And if it's in the middle, then these guys could get stuck. Well, I guess we could make it non-symmetrical in a sense and have the blades all facing a direction. This might not make sense at the moment, but let's say we got rid of that, and this wasn't actually open. So what if... Okay, let's see here. What if we do like that? Even like a direct diagonal, maybe? Or just up for a bit and then straight across. And then we can even come back. I'll basically give myself enough room. Oh yeah, we have tons of room back there. So if we want to make this thing bigger, we'll go that way. So stuff would fall, like, hit this way, but there'd be gravity pulling it down. So once it hits this wall, it should go straight down, and once it's in here, it should go out that way. So I'm trying to create less of a chance for things to overshoot, because we got a bigger structure, and then hopefully when it hits, it's going to keep going. Now, if an ore came directly from above and was attracted by the grav gen, it could sit right here. So that's where I was thinking, if we just tilt it to the one side, like so. And I guess we'd have to do that there too. If Tortwing's not in the way, he is. Whoop. Like that. That might not look as good, but I mean, we could still maybe add some style to it. Pointy bits always equal cool. Yeah, fact. So there we go. And if we did that all the way around, I think that would be good. So that would funnel it in, and we could just leave this open as it is. So we'll probably get rid of this too. No. Okay, that's a problem. I guess if I can't do that, I don't think, because then things could just go whoop. So maybe just one side of it. Would that work? Not really, unless we make it too thick. So like, we keep going up. And then we do that. Right? So if stuff comes this way, it's still going to fall down. And then maybe we could have slanty bits to pull it in. Does that work out? So what I'm trying to figure out, like, if this guy's open and he gets hit, right? So we have a wall here. He gets hit and he starts getting pulled in. I mean, he's going to probably end up towards the center because that's where the grav gen is. But if not, he's going to probably bounce here. I don't know. This might just be an experimental thing. we could leave it open, and then if we need to add in the other parts, we can. Yeah, I think I'll try that. So maybe we'll try something as simple as this, just some fins. And we'll kind of try to see if we can test it as we go. So I'll replicate that all the way around. Then we'll try to create a base for the gravity. In terms of gravity generators, I'm wondering if we could stick one... Or maybe we'll just have them like here on these ribs, somewhere at the back. Or maybe towards the front, because really we only need the gravity up there anyway, so if we had them at the front, that might be better. We could inset them one as well. So I'll have a little notch or something. And do that. I'd want to face them all probably the same way, so I can set them all the same. So the control panel's there to the left, so if I did that... And then what if we did something like this? Just for style. So it's not all the same. That might look cool. And then, yeah. I might take that all the way up a bit higher, actually, and give it a big rear end. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in a few. Okay, so I made a slight modification here. I decided to make it beveled all the way around. Mostly for looks, but I also figured if we had the gravity in the center, again, if I had this just a flat slope, stuff could rest on it. So I'm hoping that should be enough, depending on the forces, hopefully, to pull it around that corner. Okay. Did I get it all? I think so. Okay, so the inside here, I think we could make also collect ores. So if ores come in from the back, they'll automatically get stuck in here. Now, and I've got these guys up here. So I think they're good, and they don't really need to be back here, so it's okay if they don't end up being back here. But we want them to project at least towards the asteroid, I think, and maybe possibly into it a bit. That way, so long as this opening is smaller than that opening, we should be okay. And we shouldn't get any more stuff stuck on the sides either, I don't think. Alright, so I think back here we should provide, like, well, we need a reactor. We need our gravity gen. And we need our spherical gens. And then we'll probably need some timer blocks. And then we'll need our antenna again. I didn't think actually about that, or where we could put that. I wonder, actually, where could we put it? I mean, we could put it in here anywhere. I always try to make things look symmetrical or pretty. It's not always possible. We could try putting it like back. Maybe like sticking straight up. I don't know. I don't really see a good space for it where stuff probably won't get stuck on it. We could do maybe that. And if that works out, we could put like 4 of them all the way around just for style. Actually, why don't we move that down? If we're gonna go for style, I think it would look better. Yeah, if I did it one more down. That way it provides like a little, almost like a 2-winged thing. So that's kind of one upper wing, and this would be kind of a lower wing. In fact, I think we could gouge it in a couple more. How's that look? Pointing up. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe okay, because it kind of conforms. And actually what we'll do, I guess, is we'll change this out to that. That way if stuff hits the antenna and then continues to go down, hopefully it slopes around. And it looks kind of neat. Okay, so I'll just do the one for now, and I'll replicate it all in a second. I mean, we could do a blueprint and rotate it around. So right now it's technically possible to be symmetrical. This thing doesn't need 4 reactors, though. So we'll just give it 1. But we could put it there, and then the other sides we'll just put heavy armor. Except let's make it on the floor, technically. Let's arbitrarily call this the floor. And then we'll do that. Will we ever need this hooked up to a conveyor system? No. So we just need to make sure the port is accessible. Okay, so we could have this, right? So stuff's already going to want to come in here. We're going to have to, though, I think, make it split. So I'm not sure how I want to do this. Depending if I want to make it symmetrical, I guess. So we've been sloping things that way. So let's see. Let's see if we can, like, create a little twist. Essentially, I want to put a grav gen in the middle. But I don't want stuff getting stuck to it. So if it's pulling this way, ores will fly up past it. And then by the time they're in here, there's going to be more gravity telling them to keep going. So that should work. So I should be able to have, like, this guy here. But then I need the other gravities. Okay. Like, what happens if I do this all the way around? Will it look okay or will it look stupid? So, or is it going to completely seal in the area? Looks like it's going to completely seal in the area. Because that's kind of the same area. So the other ones, so it would all basically meet up like there. Or here, basically. And not go anywhere. I think. And there's no way to, there's no piece that would ever fit in there anyway. We could have a collector. Ooh. Someone also suggested putting collectors in this thing and then firing them out with collector or connectors. So collect things with collectors, poop with connectors. I like that too. And that would actually look pretty cool with this thing because it could like fire off like a shotgun. It would just shoot out like 8 at a time. Bam, bam, bam. There still could be other ores that might fly into those little bundles and mess them up a bit, but I doubt they would mess them up that much. So that's a possibility, and if we do that, we'd probably want to have as many of these as possible. I already have some. So, or I would say at least this 9 gap. So we'd do something along that lines and have them pooped out. Which means stuff would get stuck further than that. Excuse me. And anything that did go through ahead of it wouldn't get collected either. Unless we somehow cover this thing with collectors. Alright, so now we're just getting... I feel we're going too far with it. I think this would be cool, but it might be too much. So essentially if we could make it so this thing would always collect, I guess. I don't have any interiors. Okay, interior plate. And I don't know if we probably won't get this done today, unfortunately, guys. But we'll see how much we can. Alright, interior. And give me more steel plates. Alright. So we could instead coat this whole thing with like collectors somehow. I'm trying to think here. I guess something like that, because this space, the 3x3 inside, we don't want to put anything. So if we had a collector like that and like that, but then I figure if we had a slope like this, gravity, stuff would probably still get stuck right here. So we could get around that, I guess, maybe by doing up. And that way stuff should go into this row of collectors. If it gets past, it goes into this one. If it's coming from this direction, it goes into this one. We could try that. That would be a lot of collectors, though. So maybe if this whole thing fails, we'll explore that one. So if this doesn't work very well, or not as well as we hope, we'll try that instead, because that does sound cool, too. So this won't work. I could just have it on the one stem, so it won't be symmetrical, basically. I should probably also like cover that gravity gen on all sides so it doesn't take damage, or grav gen reactor, sorry. So my dilemma is I want the grav gen to be in the middle, but I don't want I don't want this to be everywhere. I don't know if I could feed it from a diagonal so that everything funnels into basically this space, so basically the opposite of what I just placed. So if let's see here. Okay. So if we could connect the diagonal to this guy in a way that will still allow ores to funnel past. I guess that might work. Actually, just something like that. We don't even need this. It could be simply that. And we could convert that, I guess, into that. Alright, and then if we rotate and do the same thing, see if that's going to work. Be like a twist. Symmetrical in a twisty sense. That's kind of cool. It's almost like a blade of a boat. What do you call those? Rotors? No. Props. Ah, I win. Someone already replied, didn't you? It's props. Oh, I think that'll work. I think he's got... Well, I still have to add a slopey bit to that centerpiece, so it won't be completely... let's see. Can I do something like that? Just for a little bit of extra little something. It's kind of neat. So yeah, if ores come from the back... I'm an ore. Ow! I'm an ore. I'm stuck. I'm through. Unless I'm too fat. Whoop. I like it. Kind of. Alright, so now we need... Ooh, this is good, actually. So now we could go like this and create like a core. Ooh. I see a problem if I do that. See a problem if I do that. Ooh. I was thinking we could just wrap this around, like keep going like that. That almost works. Except now the ore is coming down. Boom. Oh, maybe. They could get like stuck in this groove and then get like shot. So there'd be like 4 different rows. So they wouldn't go directly to the center. There would still be this middle part. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know, guys. Let's try it. I would like to get this thing at least firing once before we go. So in the interest of that, let's take this idea. I'm going to basically put some grav gens here in the middle part that I'm hollowing out. Whoops. Alright. And I mean, I don't need to have this going all the way either. I could just have this go for what space I need for the grav gens. So I might change that. So I think what I will do is I'll put this guy here because he needs to be facing either this way or the opposite way. It's the control panel, just so I know which way I'm modifying it. I think that's it at the top. So if you're wondering, like when you're looking at the control panel, that way is depth. So like this way. Oops, because the controller panel keeps moving. Okay, control panel's up. So depth right now is up and down. I think width is left and right, and then height would be back and front sort of deal. So I think if I put him there, and then put the grav gens, because I could put those down facing this way, and it doesn't really matter which way a spherical grav gen faces because they're just spherical. You can't offset it in the settings. It just makes a spherical thing with that guy at the epicenter. So yeah, no need to change it. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll pull these back a bit, and we'll just have it right at the tip of the grav gens, and then we can see them being spat out. Oh, I did want to put maybe some timer blocks so we could try pulsing. Maybe we'll leave that for today. I like that. Kind of cool. If it all works out, that should theoretically work. I could even build this up. So, like, when the stuff hits, it wants to keep going. So maybe make this more spherical. So stuff can't get pulled in here. It might just go over top of it and get pulled down into the trough there. Like, this guy's kind of weird. So yeah, anyway, I'll tweak everything a little bit off camera and bring you guys back. I think I destroyed some gravity components, guys. So I gotta go get some more. He's got 12 on him. But we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 7 gravity generators now. So 7 times 6. You do the math. I'm not going to. I won't do it. Okay. So I left this how we did molar, but I think it should still work if I just park. Except this thing's backwards. Oh no, it's right. My brain's backwards. I know your proximity warning. Shush. The answer, in case you're wondering, was too many to fit into a medium cargo container. Whatever else you answered was incorrect. I'm sorry. Alright, we're all loaded up. Just gonna quickly switch off my hands, which I should have done in the repair bay if my brain was intact. I guess I took away one of the grinders, though. Ah! My brain's not so defective after all. Outsmarted myself. Okay, so probably the easiest thing to do actually is remove that. And then I'll just weld that seam. Oh, I forgot to get reactor components. Blast. How many can a human carry? I don't think very many. It's like 3 trips, probably. Come on, welding speed. So I'm probably not going to be able to weld all this up, unfortunately. So we'll have to see. Hopefully it can function in its present form and the ores won't break it. Oh, you also guys gave some advice, like this kind of stuff can decrease performance having all these unfinished blocks. I am trying to not do that too much. Mostly it's because it takes so long to weld these heavy armor ones that I don't want to weld them unless I'm absolutely sure they're staying there. So, although today is not an issue. It's welding really fast. So yeah, I don't know. Could we make it so it could still penetrate the same amount it currently is, right? If we modded the distance. Could we change it so it could still penetrate into that area, but like I imagine the area is a sphere. Based on what I've seen on how it welds small blocks, it looks like a sphere. So if you decrease it, I imagine you just decrease the sphere. So you might still be able to get stuff through a seam like this, I think, maybe? I don't know. It depends how small we make it. And if that's true, maybe it's more oval shape, or you could do linear, I'm not too sure. Alright, so I got that. I guess I'll start welding the reactor, and then I'll go get more pots. Where is it? There it is. Come here. I could probably get it from here. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 49? 49? Couldn't be 50? Wow. Alright. Let's head out. Okay, so now we got all the grav gens in place. We don't have any power. I've turned them all off. I also grabbed some uranium, which I think Tortring has been stealing from us. I don't really want to take it out of here because it's been evenly taken it into all the reactors. 0.7 is probably enough. Well, that's a real little amount. Whatever. Let's take it all. Take it all. He's got extra reactors. It's fine. We'll fill them up in a bit. I do have to get some uranium going, so I'll probably try to mine that patch, maybe. Alright, so if we load him up, one of the grav gens is on, and it should show up on HUD, I would have thought. I did finish the antenna. Or did I? I did. Does it show up here? Is there not... What's happened? This is on. Info. Control panel. Everything belongs to me. What am I missing? Does it have enough power? Current output 0. Oh, that's off. I turned the reactor off. I'm an idiot. Okay, so that one reactor, hopefully this all works under 5 megawatts. If not, we could add more reactors, I suppose. Okay. Now one should show up. There we go. So that's one of the fins. So I'm going to do that for all of them, get them all identified, and then we'll set the settings up. Okay, so I've got them all identified here. And so the fins are the ones on the fins. So they're going to be set up similar to the ones at the very top. So let's take them all. And I did the depth going in line. So the depth is heading towards the station. So that's going to be the one we want up. I'm not sure how high, so we'll have to play around. Let's start with 50. I think that's equivalent to about 10 blocks. A 10 block radius, I think. So I think this is diameter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 50 meters diameters, which would be 25 meter radius, which would be 10 blocks. Of course, this is cubic as well, not like a radius of a circle. Okay, or sphere. So the height, we don't need much, actually, so we'll just do... And it's measuring from the center of the block, so I think if we did 1.25, that would bring it to the outer side of the block. Let's just go 1.5 for good measure. And the width is going to be, let's see, so from the center it needs to go at 2.5 meters. But again, we're dealing in double, so I might actually have to double this. I didn't actually double this. So let's do 3. And the width will do, so 5, probably like 7.5 or 10. So let's go 8. And see what that looks like. And then we can show them on HUD and turn them all on and see what that looks like. So that's kind of what I did up above. So yeah, we can see it's kind of pulling in. Okay, so but we should lengthen it. So probably by 5 or 10 more blocks, which will also make it stick out the back a bit further, but that's okay. That's fine. And I think I have the spherical ones already set up too. Okay, so fin. And we want to change the depth, so let's make that 100. The center one we now have to figure out. So we know that distance is roughly 8, so if we make the width 8, the depth 8, and the height can remain the same, and it needs to go negative though. And I don't know how much. This one I don't think really matters, as long as it's enough. So, or I think it's, as long as it's more than the spherical gravity generator, I'm sorry. So this one's at 0.4 at the moment. And this one's at 0.1, so it's a total of 0.5. Ignore those numbers. They're slightly different. So this needs to be more than that. So let's start with 0.7. And a lot of this is going to be tweaking the gravity settings. Okay, so that's that one. Let's show him on HUD. And we could actually make him go wider too. He doesn't need to be that exact, I guess. So he could be, he could bleed out over here. But I think it's probably best that he doesn't, because this way if stuff's over here, why don't you want to go? Oh, the spherical grav gen from above, right? So let's turn that one back down. Grav, oh God, look at all of them. Sphere. I don't remember what he used to be at. Oh, he's not even on. Mobile base. Never mind. I don't know why he was stuck to the wall. Jerk. There's no gravity here. I don't see any gravity. Oh, wait. These are pushing the wrong way. There's your problem. Alright. Whoops, my bad. Alright, so that... Let's go ahead and turn on these sphericals then. And we'll turn on mobile spherical. And get him in the right position. So these guys have got one big, one small. So we're still going to try that, I think. So the big guy's only at 0.1, small one's at 0.4. So let's go ahead and turn those on. All these ones need to go the other way. And we might not need to have them up that high either, which could save on some power. So let's see, how much are we using our reactor? 300 kilowatts. No, that's not much. Not much at all. Okay, so there's all of our gravity. So we'll probably increase the size of that middle one. Mobile base. Grav shaft, turn all that on. Okay, so we can see it's down here. We don't need it down here. So let's get rid of it. Spherical, and I actually don't want it in the cave at all, but it can start anywhere after the cave. And I don't remember what we had it at, but maybe something like that. Okay. Molar. Molar. Let's bring him back where we could see him. Or into the main cave, I should say. So where's the grab ball? This way. There's a sphere I can see. Am I taking the long way around to get to the sphere? Okay, let's fly out this way. Don't blow anything up. Let's turn around. There's the mobile base. Where are my frames, you ask? I don't know. They are no longer present. We have too much going on. Okay, let's keep our drills going so that we can chop our way through here, because my ability to tell where things are in relation to my ship through cameras is poor. I want to find that uranium, but maybe I'll wait until I know it's working, just so we don't destroy their uranium. Let's go drill Tortwing. No, here, let's head down here. Okay, good enough. Let's fire him up and get out of him. Let's grab all gravities. Let's get them off the hut. There we go. And it's dark. I'm sorry it's dark. So it might be incredibly hard to actually see any of this happen, unfortunately. We'll try to add some spotlights back on. Let's go ahead and get Molar's connector ejecting, just so there's something coming out of him. And we have something to see. I don't think he'll be able to eject stuff fast enough, though. But he might. But I really doubt it. Why are you going over there? Do we see this? It's like it's pushing instead of pulling. But we can see clearly the gravity is supposed to go that way, right? And they're phasing through the asteroid. That is what killed Molar. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm going to maybe restart the game. And see if that fixes that. Otherwise, I don't know. Like, can I... Give me some of that ore. Stop it. Stop. Stop pooping. If you're gonna poop through the asteroid, don't. Alright. Okay, what if I drop something? Nope. I mean, is that even... That's not even, like, towards that. I'm confused. Like, did that guy get inverted? No. Is the grab ball inverted? No. Okay, yeah. I'll restart the game. Okay, well, it's pulling me towards it. Let's try some ore again. I'm wondering if it's something like that. Some buggy thing like that that murdered you. I know you wouldn't have killed yourself, Molar. It's just not in your character. Okay, there it goes. Alright, well, for whatever reason, the gravity got a little glitched out there. Let's start him up. 5. Good to go. Put you back to poop. I mean, eject. Wow. Molar. Molar. Why is he going so fast? Well, maybe he's not. He kind of looked like he did there, didn't he? Oh yeah, he's going up to like 2.6, 2.5. Whoa, Molar. Is your program broke? Is it even doing anything? Or thruster? It's being turned off, but the override amount is not being changed. Timer, program, program. Trigger now. Okay. Now, I think he's okay. Yeah, now the numbers are updating. Okay. Oops. Weird. Why doesn't anything work? He says. Questionably. Ooh. The reason the program didn't go is because I forgot to tell it to. Oops. I did it to the last molar, the one I actually cared about. Okay. I don't know how well you guys can see. Oh, that's terrible news. Oh, I see some ore stuck. Don't kill me. I see some ore. Alright, let's float around in Torchwing where we're kind of protected. So there's some ore being stuck right there. That's not being pulled down, so we'll investigate that. Or I'll try to get this, excuse me, sorted for the next episode. So I think we should wrap this up. What did I want to do? Let's put the fins all the way up. Bam. That might have even been what was able to stick those ores there, actually. Is they're stuck in that gravity. Are they? Now let's get out for a second. This gravity... I don't think it shouldn't bleed over here, does it? I'm trying to see where this one's pointing down. And that one should be pushing down. So it looks like that's right floating above this guy again. Did I not have these backwards? And it was just we had some backwards gravity going on? So what do they should be? They should be negative. Yeah, they should be pushing upwards. That's weird. So yeah, our gravity was like reversed there for a bit. That should do it. Now those ones won't be... Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. There, that was a whole bunch of it. So, I mean, that's where your guys' pulsing idea could be pretty good, actually, right? If it's pulsing and gets a whole bunch of ores here, and then shoots them forward, and then gets a whole bunch of ores, shoots them forward. I think that'd be good. It'll be a matter of whether that's more efficient or not, but I think we should definitely give it a go. But this looks pretty good, just off the bat here, in terms of... Well, now it's kind of slowed down. But they're steadily going up. I mean, those are the ones Molar is ejecting. And if we need to, we can give him ejectors again. If we find... I still got to test this out. I haven't done it to make sure that we're not destroying ores. So I don't think we are, but I think some of you said we are. But I would like to just prove it myself. And yeah, if we get rid of his cargo container, we could push all this stuff in, shorten him by 1 block, actually make him the same length as the old Molar was, because he's technically 1 block longer than the original Molar, so that I could fit that large cargo. But I don't think we need the large cargo. So yeah. Okay, and then we can find room for the program block and all that, so we'll probably end up gutting his inside and redoing it a bit. But I don't think we have to do too much of an overhaul on him, except for some of the timer blocks that are in his back end are going to get removed, and those are currently being used for his system, so I'll have to redo his timer blocks, but I don't think that's a big deal. Alright guys, well, oh look at that, so cool. Let's go for a ride. Whee! Aw. Whee! Oh, we're gonna die. Oh god. I tried to turn my jetpack on right there. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, let's take a look at the top. It's only fair. There's our spherical grav. And we can maybe watch this one get ricocheted if there are any bouncing around. Boing. Oh, that one got out of there. You escaped quite successfully. They are on. Boing. And nothing getting stuck at the top anymore. And theoretically, we should be pretty safe right here. As long as we don't go any more forward. Alright, still slow. And it is a lot of small stuff. So I don't know. Molar, let's check his inventory. So if he is ejecting faster than he is collecting, we should see some empty drills. So that's staying down. That one's completely empty. Maybe he can poo with just one connector? That seems odd. Or is just not mining a lot right at this moment, so he's managed to unload. Anyway, alright guys. I think this is better anyway. And it looks kind of cool. I will need a lot of iron though to get enough steel plates to complete it and weld it and pretty it up a bit maybe. Alright, that's it for this episode guys, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to get the next one to you, but hopefully not too long. Take it air. See you later. Bye-bye. Look at the little pebbles. Ow! I want big pebbles. All big. Me like big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It could be from how ridiculously slow you're going. Oh my god. Let's speed him up.